Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner, boxing 24. Good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing pretty good on this side as always. God is great. God is good, and I can't complain. So, Chris Eubank Jr. got beat last night. 4th round TKO, technical knockout by Liam Smith Jr. I don't know. It was some weird energy leading up to the fight. And I heard Liam Smith say, pardon me, don't be surprised if I stop Chris Eubank Jr. He said that. And I was feeling like, you know what? Wow, something ain't right. Like this I'm not talking about any controversy or anything like that. Like he did something, he cheated or anything like that. I'm talking about the energy was kind of feeling like, because I didn't even watch the fight. I got a call about it. But I was, going to check up on it to see what was going on. But when I got the call, I wasn't surprised because I heard Smith say that, and I felt like Chris Eubank was a little overconfident, maybe more than a little overconfident, because he made a comment that he only had to be at 50% of himself to or train 50%, something to that effect, to beat Liam Smith. And I think Liam Smith responded to that by saying, if he only had to be 50%, then I don't even need to show up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you really think you only need to be 50% to beat me? So I think he had it in his bag that he was going to hurt him, he was going to get him up out of there, he was going to beat him regardless. And I think they saw some holes and they exploited it. And one of the things that I noticed, I don't watch Chris Eubank a lot, but I have seen him fight. I have seen highlights of him. But one thing I noticed last night is that's crazy to me. And Roy Jones used to be one of my favorite fighters, man. But no disrespect to him, man. But he tarnished his legacy when he started getting knocked out. And I say this, I've been saying this. When he fought Ruiz for the heavyweight crown, and he put on all that muscle, 199 pounds, and then he had the post-fight press conference, and Tarver came there and said, yo, when I'm going to get my shot? And he responded to Tarver, and he fought Tarver quick, right? And he barely won that fight. It was close. You could tell he barely had it. He took off all that muscle. He squeezed back down to 175. It's one thing going up and down the weight if you're used to doing it, or going up or coming down. But if you're not used to doing that, you're just always coming up, middleweight. Because Roy Jones was always a middleweight, super middleweight, 175, and then you go up to 200, and then you come back down. Boom! Take off all that muscle, which is what he did. He didn't really have any strength. He was weak. So now he gets in a close fight with Tarver. He wins, but he barely won. He barely made it out of that fight without getting stopped that fight, right? It was close. So now you would think, okay, you know what? Rematch. They call him for a rematch. He wants a rematch. All right, I'll give him a rematch, but now we're going to do it on my terms. I gave you a fight quick after just winning that heavyweight crown. You're going to wait now. You know what I mean? Let me get myself together. Let me get back readjusted to this weight. Goes right back at it. And this time he gets knocked out. Cold. Right? So then what does he do? Instead of taking a break, at least a year or so, and just like reassess his game, he comes back in less than a year. And what does he do? He fights Glenn Johnson, a natural middleweight, and gets knocked out again. And Glenn Johnson, multiple losses, no disrespect, the road warrior, good fighter, hard, but not a superstar boxer, not a knockout puncher at all. He stopped Roy Jones. I was pretty much done. At that point, once he got knocked out by Glenn Johnson, it's like, come on, man, what are you doing? Maybe you need to take a break. And then what happens? He gets knocked out 3 more times. I'm not even going to name those fighters because you probably wouldn't even know them if I said it. but I know probably some of y'all don't think I know that I'm just talking, right? He got knocked out, or he got stopped by Danny Green. Ledbedev, Ledebev. I can't pronounce the name all the way, but Ledbedev. And then he got knocked out by Enzo Macarinelli, right? Those are the 3 fighters, man. He got knocked out 5 times, man. 9 losses, right? 66-9 was his record, right? So again, as I'm watching, my whole point is saying is I'm watching Chris Eubank Jr. last night. I'm seeing Roy Jones standing in front of this dude with his arm down, throwing the same uppercut, the same punch. Why you just throwing the same punch? And really wasn't even hitting him like that. So when he said after the fight, oh man, I thought I was controlling the fight. No, you wasn't. You wasn't really doing nothing. You was showboating, and you was throwing the same uppercut, but you really wasn't effective. He was standing right there, but your hand was down right in front of him, man. So when he backed you up and caught you with that uppercut, it was a wrap. Then he caught you with that left hand. Then you got a count, and you came back out, and you were still stumbling. You were still shaky. Your legs was wobbly. And then he jumped on you again. It was over. Now, could he have got a break? Maybe the ref could have let him try one more shot. It's possible. But at the end of the day, man, he still hurt you, man. You was out of it. Okay? But I'm just saying, like, you got that Roy Jones style, man. That don't work. You can't stand in front of somebody, man, if you're not defensive with your hand down. Even Floyd Mayweather, one of the greatest, if not the greatest defensive fighter ever, didn't just stand in front of you with his hand down like that. He might have had moments where he did it, but he wasn't doing that for no whole round. Just standing in front of you with his hand down and just trying to see if he could get in. No, man, he put his hands up. You know what I mean? He put the hands up like, yo, boom, shoulder roll, I'm doing my thing. But not the whole time with his hand down, just to see, no, man, you can't do that and standing right in front of somebody. You got to defend. So for you not to be a defensive fighter, Chris Eubank, I don't get what you're trying to do. Roy Jones had great reflexes, freakish reflexes, but he wasn't the greatest defensively, obviously. Look how many times he got knocked out, right? He was able to weave punches at times and get out the way, but he wasn't great defensively. That's the point. He was very fast, reflexes, and super athletic. That's what Roy Jones was. Chris Eubank, you're not even that. You're not super fast. You don't have no crazy reflexes. And you're not super athletic. So you're even less than Roy, but you're trying to do what he's doing. And you're fighting like him. I don't know what Roy Jones said after the fight, but I remember before the fight, he said he was training Chris Eubank to beat Triple G. Well, he ain't gonna beat no Triple G. I didn't believe that anyway. So I guess y'all gotta go back to the drawing board, no disrespect. But fighting like that, you're gonna always be at a disadvantage, man, because that's not how you fight. If you don't have defense on your mind and you're not defensive, you can't fight with your hand down like that, Chris Eubank. So y'all gotta figure it out. If you come back and get a rematch, you gotta do something different. If not, you're gonna get the same result. So that's what I got. That's what I saw last night. And that's what it is. Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24. Everybody be safe. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave your comments. Let me know how you feel. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.